Imagine waking up one morning and realizing you haven't heard another person's voice in days. The television might be on, the birds may be chirping outside, but no one has called, no one has knocked, and you begin to feel like the world has quietly moved on without you. For millions of seniors in America, this isn't just a bad week, it's their daily reality. According to a report by the National Academies of Sciences, Engineering and Medicine, over 1/3 of adults aged 45 and older feel lonely, and nearly 1/4 of adults aged 65 and older are considered socially isolated. Even more alarming, loneliness has been found to increase the risk of early death by 26%. That's more than obesity, and nearly on par with smoking 15 cigarettes a day. But here's the good news. There's something we can do about it. You don't have to suffer in silence. You don't have to wait for someone else to fix it. Science has shown us again and again that social connection is one of the most powerful natural medicines available to us, and it costs nothing. That's right. You can literally protect your heart, boost your brain, lower your risk of disease, and even extend your life just by talking to someone, laughing with a friend, or joining a small group of like-minded people. But to benefit from these findings, you must understand how to apply them correctly in your life. So please, I urge you to watch this video all the way through, because missing a step or misunderstanding the approach could mean you don't get the outcome you're hoping for. And we truly want you to benefit from this life-changing information. Let's begin with a story that may feel familiar. Henry is a 72-year-old retired postal worker from Cleveland, Ohio. Every morning for the last 5 years, he's had the same routine. He waters his garden, feeds the cat, reads the paper, but by mid-morning, a deep silence creeps in. His children live across the country. His wife passed years ago. His neighbors are polite but distant. For a long time, Henry thought this was just how life after retirement looked. But something inside him felt off. Tired more often, losing interest in his favorite shows, and even forgetting things more frequently. When he finally spoke to his doctor, they didn't just check his blood pressure. They asked about his social life, and that was when everything began to change. Henry started attending a weekly walking club for seniors. At first he said very little, but just being around others, nodding at familiar faces, sharing a few words about the weather, it woke something in him. After a few weeks, he found himself laughing, sharing stories, and even helping others in the group. His mood improved, his energy returned, he began sleeping better. Henry's story isn't rare. In fact, it's what researchers across the world are seeing in seniors who engage regularly with others. Did this first story feel personal to you? Can you relate to Henry in any way? Let us know in the comments. This is your space to connect too. One of the most stunning facts about social interaction is how deeply it affects the brain. Studies from Harvard and Stanford have revealed that seniors with frequent social engagement show slower rates of memory decline, reduced risk of Alzheimer's, and better cognitive performance well into their 80s and 90s. That's not just about chatting over coffee. That's brain protection at a biological level. When you engage in conversation, play a game of cards, or share a laugh, your brain releases oxytocin and dopamine, which not only lift your mood, but also strengthen neural connections. This means your memory stays sharper, your thoughts stay clearer, and your mental health remains stronger over time. Are you currently doing anything to stimulate your brain through conversation or social play? Share it with others in the comments. Your ideas might help someone else struggling to stay mentally sharp. If this video has helped you so far, please type yes in the comment section. If not, type no. This will help us create more valuable health content that meets your exact needs. Beyond the brain, social connection works wonders for your physical health too. Seniors who maintain regular connections, whether with family, friends, or neighbors, experience lower levels of inflammation, stronger immune systems, and even better cardiovascular health. That's not an exaggeration. Chronic loneliness has been shown to increase the body's stress hormone cortisol, which over time leads to high blood pressure, heart disease, and weakened immunity. A simple phone call or regular visit can begin to reverse that damage. One study from the University of Michigan showed that seniors who engaged in meaningful conversation for at least 10 minutes a day had significantly lower levels of the stress hormone compared to those who didn't. Do you know someone whose health improved just by being around people more often? Or maybe that person is you. Share that journey with us. Others need to hear it. Now let's take a moment to connect. If you're watching this and thinking, maybe I should call an old friend today, or I could say hello to the neighbor next door, that thought alone is powerful, but acting on it is what will change your health. So right now, before we continue, I want you to type the name of someone you want to reconnect with. This is your community here, and we want to hold you accountable in the most loving way. You are not alone. You belong here, and we are building a place where senior health isn't just about medicine. It's about people, stories, laughter, and being seen. There's a powerful reason that people who volunteer live longer. And it's not just about being generous. When seniors engage in group activities like mentoring, reading to children, or helping out at local events, they activate a network of brain and body systems that improve resilience. In fact, a study published in the journal Psychology and Aging showed that seniors who volunteered regularly had a 44% lower risk of mortality over 5 years compared to those who didn't. That's nearly half. Why? Because purposeful interaction releases feel-good hormones like endorphins and serotonin. It also encourages physical activity and reinforces a sense of belonging, both critical for longevity. Have you ever volunteered for something that made you feel more alive or more connected? If yes, what was it? Let your fellow viewers know. It might inspire someone else to take that first step. Sometimes the most healing connections come not from big groups, but from intimate one-on-one conversations. Whether it's a weekly phone call with a sibling or a shared cup of tea with a neighbor, the emotional depth of a trusted relationship can soothe anxiety, ease depression, and even stabilize blood sugar and blood pressure. That's because when we feel safe and emotionally supported, our body's stress response system goes quiet, cortisol levels drop, heart rate stabilizes, muscles relax. This isn't magic, it's biology, and it means that maintaining just 1 or 2 strong emotional connections can be as vital to your health as exercise or medication. Who is your go-to person when life feels heavy? Or if you don't have one right now, what kind of support would you love to receive? Let's talk about it. This is your safe space. Now let's talk about group hobbies. Whether it's a gardening club, knitting circle, walking group, or local book discussion, hobbies done together have a secret superpower. They combine socialization with passion. That blend has a massive effect on brain chemistry. It boosts the release of dopamine, our motivation chemical, and supports memory and learning through repetitive engagement. Plus, group hobbies often come with gentle accountability. If you know your friends are expecting you at the park every Tuesday morning, you're more likely to show up, and that means more steps, more laughter, and more health benefits. The Journal of Gerontology recently reported that seniors involved in weekly group hobbies had lower rates of depression, increased physical mobility, and better self-reported life satisfaction. What's one hobby you enjoy that could be even more fun with someone else? Or if you're looking for ideas, say so in the comments. Someone here might just invite you to join them. Here's a moment to pause and reflect. If you're someone who's been feeling the sting of isolation, maybe after retirement, after the kids moved out, or even after the loss of a spouse, you're not alone. Many of us carry those quiet burdens, but it's never too late to reach out, rebuild, and reconnect. We often think we need grand gestures, but even a simple hello can open a new chapter. The key is consistency. Connection isn't a one-time event, it's a habit. Like brushing your teeth or drinking water, you have to make room for it daily. Are you willing to take 5 minutes today to nurture a connection that could change your life? Let's pause for a mid-video check-in. If you found this video helpful so far, we deeply appreciate a like or a comment. Sharing your thoughts isn't just engagement, it's medicine for someone else who might read your story and realize they're not alone. Every comment, every shared experience helps someone else feel seen. So if you can, give back by leaving your voice here. And if you know someone who needs this video, don't wait. Send it to them right now. Another way to nurture connection is through intergenerational relationships. Seniors who spend time with younger people, grandchildren, mentees, or even neighborhood kids, experience a unique kind of vitality. It's not just emotional joy. Studies from Johns Hopkins University show that older adults who mentor children or teens exhibit improved executive function, sharper verbal memory, and greater physical activity. Why? Because these relationships demand both empathy and adaptability, which keeps the brain nimble. Plus, young people bring laughter, energy, and new perspectives that challenge us in healthy ways. Have you had a meaningful moment recently with someone much younger than you? What did it teach you? Your story could inspire others to seek similar joy. Let's not forget the digital world. Many seniors shy away from technology, feeling it's too complicated or meant for younger people. But here's the truth. Technology can be a lifeline. Video calls, online support groups, and even simple voice notes can reconnect you with distant family and old friends. A Pew Research study found that over 75% of seniors who use social media report feeling more connected to family and less lonely overall. And this isn't about becoming a tech expert. It's about using just enough to stay close. Even a weekly video chat can strengthen bonds, lift your mood, and make you feel involved again. Have you used a phone or tablet to connect recently? If not, what's holding you back? Let's see if our community can help you overcome those barriers. There's also something deeply healing about spiritual connection. This doesn't mean you have to follow a religion, though if you do, that can be a rich source of community. Spiritual connection is more about feeling part of something greater, whether that's nature, a meditation group, or simply a shared sense of purpose with others. Research published in the Journal of Aging and Health shows that seniors who regularly participate in spiritual activities, like meditation, prayer groups, or philosophical discussion circles, report less anxiety, fewer depressive symptoms, and greater life satisfaction. It creates peace, but also a sense that we are not alone in this journey. Where do you turn when you need comfort or guidance? Can you share a place, person, or ritual that brings you peace? Pet companionship is another overlooked yet powerful social connection. A furry friend, especially dogs or cats, can ease loneliness, encourage physical activity, and give a sense of routine and responsibility. But beyond that, pets offer unconditional love. According to the National Institutes of Health, seniors who own pets show lower blood pressure, decreased cholesterol, and fewer visits to the doctor. Even simply petting an animal lowers cortisol and increases oxytocin, your body's natural bonding hormone. If you have a pet, how has it helped your emotional health? Or if you've considered adopting one, what kind of pet would suit your lifestyle? Let's talk about reconnecting with old friends. You'd be surprised how many people you used to laugh with, learn with, or work with still think of you fondly. But life gets busy and distance grows. Reconnecting might feel awkward at first, but it often brings immense joy. A survey by AARP found that 71% of seniors who reconnected with long-lost friends experienced a significant boost in happiness and reduced feelings of regret. One simple phone call or message can reopen a beautiful bond. Have you ever reconnected with an old friend after years apart? What did that feel like? Or is there someone you wish you had the courage to call? And then there's the connection to neighbors. You don't need to be best friends with everyone on your street, but knowing who lives nearby, being able to wave good morning or chat briefly on the porch, creates a web of invisible safety and belonging. Neighborhood bonds can be life-saving, literally. Seniors living in communities with high neighborhood trust have been shown to recover faster after surgeries and experience lower rates of heart disease. A simple daily walk where you greet a neighbor can be more healing than you think. Do you know your neighbors by name? Or is there someone nearby you'd like to get to know better? Let's not ignore the power of support groups. Whether you're dealing with grief, chronic illness, or major life transitions like retirement, support groups bring together people who truly understand. That understanding can be more powerful than medication. A 12-week study published in the American Journal of Geriatric Psychiatry found that seniors attending weekly support groups for bereavement or illness management experienced a 47% reduction in depression scores and significantly improved social confidence. These are safe spaces where vulnerability turns into strength. Have you ever been part of a group like this, or do you think it might be time to find one? Even brief, casual interactions have a huge impact. A smile from the mail carrier, a short chat with the cashier. These micro moments create a steady rhythm of connection that tells your nervous system, I'm safe, I'm part of something. Scientists at the University of British Columbia found that seniors who had at least 10 small, positive social interactions per day experienced better emotional regulation, improved sleep, and more mental clarity than those with fewer interactions. You don't need to become a social butterfly. Just make space for these small, meaningful contacts. What was the last random moment of connection that made you smile? Share it with us. It might be just the inspiration someone else needs. Sometimes the biggest barrier to connection is shame. Many older adults feel embarrassed to say, I'm lonely. But there is no shame in wanting connection. In fact, it's one of the most human needs we have. Admitting it is a sign of wisdom, not weakness. It means you know what your heart and your health need to thrive. And when you speak up, you give permission for others to do the same. So if this video speaks to your heart today, take a deep breath and share what you're feeling in the comments. This channel is your space, your people, your home for healing conversations. Let's explore how humor fits into all of this. Laughter is a social glue. It bonds people instantly, and studies show it also improves immune function, reduces inflammation, and lowers blood pressure. Seniors who regularly laugh with others, whether through a funny show, jokes with friends, or sharing old memories, tend to have better pain tolerance and stronger cardiovascular health. A 2021 study in the journal Aging and Mental Health found that group laughter sessions in senior communities improved mood and decreased feelings of isolation more effectively than medication alone. So don't underestimate the power of a good belly laugh. When was the last time you laughed so hard your cheeks hurt? Who were you with? That's a connection worth protecting. One often overlooked factor is how shared meals promote health. Eating together fosters not only better digestion and portion control, but also deeper emotional connection. When meals become communal, people slow down, share stories, and experience reduced cortisol and increased oxytocin levels, just like a warm hug. In cultures known for longevity, such as in Okinawa and Sardinia, shared meals are daily rituals that create social stability and emotional nourishment. Seniors who eat with others at least 3 times per week have lower rates of malnutrition, better weight stability, and fewer depressive episodes. Is there someone you could invite over for lunch this week? Even a simple meal can feed both the body and the soul. Touch is another crucial aspect of connection. Human beings are wired to need touch, whether it's a hug, a pat on the back, or holding hands. For older adults, physical touch can reduce loneliness dramatically and even lower the risk of dementia. A study from the University of Miami found that seniors who received regular therapeutic touch had improved sleep, reduced agitation, and a greater sense of calm. Sadly, many seniors go days or even weeks without any physical contact. If this sounds like you, consider visiting massage therapy services for seniors, joining gentle movement classes like Tai Chi or dance, or even getting a cuddly pet. When was the last time someone gave you a sincere hug? If it's been a while, let this be a sign that you deserve that connection. We also need to talk about forgiveness. Holding on to grudges, especially from family or lifelong friends, builds walls between us and the people we love. And those emotional walls often become physical illness. Chronic anger has been linked to heart disease, immune dysfunction, and shortened lifespan. But forgiveness, even quietly in your heart, can reopen doors to conversation, healing, and companionship. Research from Mayo Clinic shows that seniors who practiced intentional forgiveness reported better mental health, improved immune function, and higher quality relationships. Is there someone in your life you've been thinking about but haven't reached out to? Maybe today is the day to take the first step, not just for them, but for your own peace of mind. There's also strength in building new communities. Senior centers, hobby classes, walking clubs, and church groups exist in nearly every town and city. These aren't just places to pass time, they're hubs of potential friendship. And walking into a new group might feel intimidating at first. But everyone there is usually hoping for the same thing: connection. It takes courage, yes, but also just one visit to change your routine. A study from the gerontologist showed that seniors who joined new social clubs, even in their 70s and 80s, felt a renewed sense of purpose and joy within just 3 months. Have you been considering trying something new in your community? What's holding you back? Sometimes, the most profound connections we make are with ourselves. Social health starts with inner health. Being connected to your emotions, practicing self-kindness, and allowing yourself quiet moments of reflection are essential. Loneliness doesn't always come from lack of company. It often comes from ignoring our own needs and feelings. Journaling, mindfulness walks, or simply sitting with your thoughts can help you rediscover yourself. And once you reconnect with who you are today, not who you used to be, you'll be far more open to genuine connections with others. How do you practice self-connection? Is there a ritual or habit that helps you feel more centered? Let's take a second to ask an important question. What is one small action you can take today to grow your social health? Maybe it's calling an old friend. Maybe it's writing a comment below this video. Maybe it's walking to a neighbor's house just to say hello. It doesn't have to be grand, it just has to be real. Because each small step you take builds a new layer of emotional strength, resilience, and joy. And when you take that step, you're not just helping yourself, you're lighting a path for someone else who might be watching quietly, waiting for a sign of hope. If this video has stirred something in you, don't let the feeling fade away. Act on it. Share your story in the comments below. Talk about what connection means to you, how it's helped you, or how you plan to bring more of it into your life. Your comment might be the sign someone else is praying for. And if this video brought comfort or insight, please like it and send it to a friend or family member. Connection begins with one brave voice, and maybe today that voice is yours. Thank you for spending time with us. Remember, no matter your age or circumstances, you are never too old to build a life filled with love, laughter, and connection. We're honored to walk that journey with you, one story at a time. Until next time, take care of yourself and take care of each other.